Yes, ma'am.
John Cleese, could we please see a silly walk?
Oh.
Oh, darling, I did that in 19...
That's his Achilles heel.
I did it 19 years ago. I've had 2 hip operations and a knee operation since then, and I'd have to unscrew the brace. Really let me off, will you?
Shame.
Oh, come on, John.
Come on, John.
I think it's horrible.
Come on,
Don't you,
John.
everyone?
All right, I'll do
Here,
it.
I'll move
He's
the chair.
got
You see?
to get unwired.
This is a...
John and Jamie Lee are on the satellite from Burbank. I don't know how much room they've got. Where'd he go?
Maybe a silly...
This will be a first.
We
silly
can't
cocktail.
see him.
That's it.
Yeah, Jamie's reaction.
Thank you so much, John. That was so kind of you, John. John, thank you very, very much. Yeah.
I saw Kevin on Broadway in The Pirates of Penzance, and you were absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
And I was wondering if you prefer theater or movies.
Usually when I'm doing the theater, I prefer the movies. And when I'm filming a movie, I usually prefer the theater. Actually, I like them both. They kind of play nicely off one another. And
Please know that Kevin Kline is starring in Much Ado About Nothing in the park here in our beloved city.
And it's terrific.
Yeah,
it's a really
and what
good
a
evening out.
challenge. I can't get
I have
over
to
the
say.
versatility of this crowd here, all 4 of you.
I don't know how to fix it.
Who writes the children's books? You?
Come on in, come on
Oh, yeah, I have done. Yes, I've written 2 or 3 children's books in the
Children's
past.
books, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Gets up there in 100-degree...
I know, but I haven't written children's books in the park, surrounded by all these, you know.
No.
I haven't done anything in the park that anyone's noticed. I've tried. I go into the park, I try, I read some Shakespeare. Sorry.
Now, I'd like to know, Kevin, are you married? And would you like to come out with the 6 of us after the show?
What?
these 6 here? I'm sorry. I'm not married, but I'm spoken for.
Okay. My boy. My boy.
I have a question for Kevin.
Yeah.
Do you find it more of a challenge to do comedy or drama? Is more your forte?
I really enjoy comedy. Everyone keeps telling me it's hard. They say comedy's hard.
Do something. He's so funny.
I like comedy. No, it's more unnatural. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah.
John, there was a show on TV called Amanda, which B. Arthur did, which I thought was a takeoff on your show, Faulty Towers. Was it in the French?
Yeah, well, what happened was that the American company bought what are called the format rights. That is to say, they get the rights to the basic idea, the characters, and then all the storylines and all the dialogue, and they can do what they like with them. And I met 2 Americans at a house party one weekend in America who worked for the company that had the format rights. Stop it. And I said to them, hi, you ever going to do it? And they said, yes, we're going to make 6 of them. And I said, well, that's great. I mean, will Americans understand one of those small private hotels? And they said, yeah, there'll be no problem at all. I said, so you going to make any changes at all? And they said, yes, we're going to write Basil out. And that's what they actually did. And obviously, I didn't think it was a great idea because all that awful behavior of Basil really comes because he's so scared of Sybil. You see what I mean? So if you unbalance that by taking all Basil's lines away, getting rid of the character and giving them to Sybil, then she becomes too much of a monster. So I don't think it ever worked. And they did 6 episodes, and that's all I'm going to say until Jamie stops looking at me like that.
My question's to Jamie. How does she ever take all these men seriously?
I don't.
And are you working on any other movie at this time?
I'm coming to New York City.
Hey!
Here's a question, I'm coming to New York to make a movie called Blue Steel with Ron Silver in about 3 weeks.
I'd like to ask Jamie Lee a question. Out of comedy, drama, and horror, which one do you like better?
To which of us is he referring to?
To save my life, I have no preference. I like them all. You know, I like to do a lot of different things. I like to cook. A lot of different things.
Maybe you'll accept this personal inquiry. The Donahue show is going to England for a week. Would any of you have any advice for us in advance?
Don't go!
Don't choose the summer.
Don't what?
Don't choose the summer.
Well, we won't
choose
be
some
in the
good
summer.
weather.
It'll be in the fall.
Yeah. Oh, there you get good
That's
weather
good,
in the
huh?
fall. That's fine. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll give you a list of good guests, Phil.
We'd appreciate that.
Yeah. There's 3 of them. How many shows do you have to do?
We have 5 shows.
So you can't do 5.
You get
No. The trouble in England, you ask questions of people and they get embarrassed, you know? And then they go like that.
Right. Well, are you saying that the audience won't participate when we go there? We will have trouble getting the audience.
Technically, we're not a very good nation. We have a problem with mechanical gadgets, see?
Yes.
John's ear's fallen off. Oh. Jamie,
Take your
put it back.
time, John. That's all right. Hear this.
We're not
I'm
used
sorry,
to this.
I can't hear. Carry on amongst yourselves.
We're not used to this coast-to-coast communication in England.
Yeah.
In England, we just have to shout and we can hear.
John, will the audience participate in England?
Yeah, well, when you warm them up a bit, the thing is to probably invite them out to dinner about 3 weeks before you do the show. Spend a couple of weekends with them, and then get them really tanked up. You know, give them 4 or 5 stiff scotches, that kind of thing. And then, if they're still a bit quiet, set the studio on fire. You may get a bit of reaction then.
And don't worry about silence, because that means they like you.
Yes.
For the Fish movie, is all of you equally important part, or is there one major character?
There's one major character.
I'm sorry.
There's one major character.
One major character?
No, you're hardly.
Very,
If there had to be...
Kevin and I presumably the 2 main
I would
ones.
say rather attractive fella. And the fact that he finishes up with $20 million and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
I actually saw the movie. And Kevin, what were you eating when you ate the fish?
Those were stunt fish.
Takes years to train.
Highly trained, they don't mind being eaten at all.
They jump off buildings into very, very small pools of water. Terrific.
Yes.
This is the Jamie Lee. What is her father doing now, and does she plan on doing anything with him?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know what he's doing. I think he just came back from Budapest, and now he's in, I think, New York City doing a movie. I'm not sure. We don't talk that much.
Budapest.
And your mother's well, I am sure.
Pardon me?
Your mom is well as well.
My mom is great and well and happy, and she's writing a book in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Kevin, I know you got great reviews and Much Ado, and I wonder if you have any plans for any theater this fall in New York.
No. Possibly. No, it's a difficult question. I have plans, but no one else does. We're waiting to see.
You're going to read your reviews, aren't you?
Nothing definite, though.
Yeah. Yes.
This is to John and Michael. If Wanda is the enormous success everyone hopes it'll be, are you going to work together in the future, and do you have any specific plans?
No, I don't think so. There's some things, you know, even if it's successful, I think, you know, you can't swallow. What I went through on this movie, I never work with them again. I mean, you know, except for money.
I promised him if we did a sequel, he'd get paid.
We are in New York City and Los Angeles, and with the stars of A Fish Called Wanda, and we'll be back in a moment.